Hi, I'm Jim Rohr. I sent you this message because I believe we have something in common. I think that we're both among the 80% of Americans who believe that our country is on the wrong track. Please keep watching. I'm not seeking any money or anything really from you. I'm no politician and I'm certainly not running for anything. I just want to present some ideas to you concerning how we can change the direction that we don't like. My motivation for this message is to rally everyday folks like you and me to do something to change that direction. It's not too late, but we must make some fundamental changes, and soon. Not to be trite, but we are at a crossroads, and changing results requires different actions. I'm just an everyday businessman, mostly retired now. I've been a Republican all my life. A few years ago, I complained to a friend who had been a leader of the Republican Party in our county about the poor quality of our gubernatorial candidate. His response was that most Republicans, and me in particular, stand on the sidelines without any involvement, and then they complain about the results. Well, I took his comments to heart, and since I've been trying to make a little difference. I write a political column in our small town paper. The column, named View from the Middle, is aimed at promoting pragmatic decisions over ideological ones. I became a Republican delegate to our state convention, and like you, I follow the issues and our candidates. And I was unbelievably disappointed when we lost the popular vote for the 5th time in the last 6 presidential elections. My focus is on helping our party to make the changes now to retake the White House 2 years from November. I believe that occupying the White House is necessary to change the path of the country. Of course, it'd be good to win control of the Senate this fall, but really, it's the president who sets the priorities of the country. It's the current president who decided that health care reform was more vitally important than jobs and the economy. It's the current administration's idea that to combat the widening gap between the rich and the poor, we need some Robin Hood approach that punishes the successful. Most Americans, I think, want the middle class to do better because of their improved results, not because of some reallocation of financial resources. I'm sure you agree, but unless we win back the White House, the approach is unlikely to change. So, I have a 4-point plan to win back the presidency. So here are the 4 points. Number 1, develop a winning theme. This isn't an easy task, but my research shows a clear theme which has the power to propel a Republican candidate to success. This theme is narrow in focus, but if we're for everything, then we're really for nothing. So I challenge you right now to succinctly say out loud what we Republicans are for. We're against Obamacare. We're against anything and everything that Democrats are for. But what are we for? Our party is divided, and as Republican Abe Lincoln so famously said, "A house divided cannot stand." So I would hope that you would look at my research and see what you think about my winning theme, around which we Republicans could unite. Secondly, we must select a candidate with a broad middle-class support who is popular and who believes fervently in our theme. Great, you say. How do we do that? Well, first, we can't sign up for a protracted series of debates and extended primaries where we pound on each other and provide material for the opposition. I've studied each winning president of every election since Eisenhower, and I think there are two common characteristics which all these winners have, and we need to ensure that our next candidate has these characteristics as well. Each of these winners was more personally popular than his opponent, and each had a strong vision for the future of the country. Thirdly, there's ample evidence that we are becoming the party of no. We must demonstrate that we are problem solvers, not just politicians. Americans love problem solvers, but I don't think that they like politicians very much. Our current acceptance among voters is 28%, lower than the Democrats in Congress and lower than the president. We have to convince voters that we're more interested in solving the country's problems than advancing conservatism or our Republican Party. Now, I have some ideas about how we can do that. And then lastly, our fourth initiative is to recast our party's image. Our national chairman, Rance Priebus, has some very disturbing focus group information about our image. His research indicates that our image is costing us votes. We have time to change it, but we've got to get to work. I think you'll want to contemplate my 4 things that we could do to change our image. So I hope I've whet your appetite to learn more about how we can retake the White House. Here's what I'm hoping for. First, I hope you'll watch the 30-minute video below, which gives the details of what I've outlined here. Then, I'm hoping you will forward it to all your Republican friends. If enough of us get these winning ideas out there, our party leaders might make the changes necessary to win. To quote Common Sense talk show host Michael Sperganish, I don't want to have the last word. I just want to start a conversation.